Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Monday, October 18th, 2021. Big Monday show today. We'll recap the Major League Baseball playoffs, the NFL Week 6 in college football. Week 7 actually look ahead to Monday Night Football tonight. We'll go over the NHL results from the weekend, Wnba Finals, Major League Soccer, golf, NASCAR, NBA Center Rankings, Nhl Power Rankings, news and notes, and my best bet of the day. We're going to start with the Major League Baseball playoffs. We're into the Final Four. And we'll start going over the results from the weekend, beginning with Friday night. Astros over the Red Sox 5-4 to win Game 1. Brian Stanek the win. Hansel Robles the loss, and Ryan Presley the save. Saturday, Game 2, Red Sox over the Astros 9-5 to even up the series at 1. Nate Eovaldi the win, and Luis Garcia the loss. Braves over the Dodgers 3-2 in Game 1. They take a 1-0 series lead on a walk-off single by Austin Riley. Will Smith the win, Blake Treinen the loss. And then last night, the Braves over the Dodgers 5-4 to take a 2-0 series lead on a walk-off single by Eddie Rosario, the shallow center. Will Smith the win, and Bruce Dog Graterol the loss. One game tonight, 8 o'clock on Fox Sports 1, the Astros and the Red Sox from Fenway Park. Game 3. Starting for each team, Jose Urquidy and Eduardo Rodriguez. The lines just moved on the spot. The Red Sox just went down to -118. The Astros went to even money. They were at -116 and -102 respectively, but they both just moved. Over under 9, overs -118, unders -104. Astros -1.5 is -194. And Boston +1.5 is +160. For this game, I am going to take the Astros at even money. I just like Urquidy on the road. If this was Nate Eovaldi, I'd be nervous, but I know Eddie Rodriguez has had some playoff success, but I just trust the Astros in the spot. I don't know if I still trust that Sox bullpen. The Sox need a performance like they did in Game 2 if they want to win Game 3. The Astro offense isn't going to go cold, so give me Astros even money against Boston. And then that's it for baseball on the show for today. All right, we'll move on to the NFL now, as we will recap the Week 6 results and look at the Monday Night Football, the close out Week 6. Rams over the Giants, 38-11. This score was not even that close, because this was 28-3 at halftime. Rams are 5-1, Giants 1-5. Matt Stafford, 22-28, 251 yards, 4 touchdowns and a pick. And Daniel Jones, 29-51, 242 yards and 3 interceptions and a lost fumble. Or 2 lost fumbles, but one of them the Giants recovered, which led to the field goal on that drive. Jaguars over the Dolphins, 23-20. Jaguars 1-5, Dolphins 1-5. Trevor Lawrence, 25-41, 319 yards and a touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, 33-47, 329 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Packers over the Bears, 24-14. Packers 5-1. Bears 3-3. Aaron Rodgers, 17-23, 195 yards and 2 touchdowns. And had a rushing touchdown. And Justin Fields, 16-27, 174 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Bengals over the Lions, 34-11. Bengals, good job taking care of business against a bad team. They're 4-2. Detroit 0-6. Joe Burrow, 19-29, 271 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Jared Goff, 28-42, 202 yards and a pick. Colts over the Texans, 3-1-3. Colts 2-4, Texans 1-5. Carson Wentz, 11-20, 223 yards and 2 touchdowns. Davis Mills, 29-43, 243 yards and 2 picks. Chiefs over the Washington Professional Football Team, 31-13. Chiefs 3-3, Washington 2-4. Patrick Mahomes, 32-47, 397 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. Taylor Heineke, 24-39, 182 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Vikings over the Panthers, 34-28 in overtime. And Minnesota 3-3. Panthers 3-3. Kirk Cousins 33-48, 373 yards and 3 touchdowns. Sam Darnold 17-21, 207 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Ravens over the Chargers 34-6. Ravens 5-1, Chargers 4-2. Lamar Jackson 19-27, 167 yards, a touchdown and 2 picks. Justin Herbert 22-39, 195 yards, a touchdown and a pick. And on the ground, Herbert 2 for 12. Cardinals over the Browns 37-14, my bad. Cards 6-0, Browns 3-3. Kyler Murray 20-30, 229 yards and 4 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield 19-28, 234 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Raiders over the Broncos 34-24, Raiders 4-2, Broncos 3-3. Derek Carr, 18-27, 341 yards and 2 touchdowns. Teddy Bridgewater, 13-49, 334 yards, 3 touchdowns and 3 picks. Cowboys over the Patriots, 35-29 in overtime on a game-winning touchdown from Dak Prescott to CeeDee Lamb. Cowboys 5-1, New England 2-4. Dak Prescott, 36-51, 445 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Mac Jones, 15-21, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. And the Steelers over the Seahawks, 23-20 in overtime. The Steelers 3-3, Seattle 2-4. Ben Roethlisberger, 29-40, 229 yards and a touchdown. Geno Smith, 23-32, 209 yards and a touchdown. All right, now we look ahead to tonight, Monday Night Football, 8:15 ESPN. Steve Levy, Brian Grease, and Louis Riddick on the call. The Bills at the Titans. I project the Bills by 3.5, total 49-8. Meanwhile, it is the Bills by 6 and the total 53.5. I have a 2.5 point edge on the Bills. Tennessee. And a near 3.5 point edge on the under. But I like the Titans better, especially at 6. So for the podcast play, I'm going to take Titans getting the 6 against the Bills tonight. Will they win? I don't know. But I just think that the Bills, there's a letdown potential with Buffalo here after the big win in Kansas City. Okay, now we'll move on to college football, where we will recap the results from Friday and Saturday, which there are some interesting ones, that's for sure. So without further ado, here we go. Friday, Marshall over North Texas, 49-21. Marshall 4-3, North Texas 1-5. Clemson over Syracuse, 17-14. Clemson 4-2, Syracuse 3-4. Number 9, Oregon over Cal, 24-17. Oregon 5-1, Cal 1-5. Number 24, San Diego State over San Jose State, 19-13 in double overtime. San Diego State 6-0, San Jose State 3-4. Saturday, number 3, Cincinnati over UCF, 56-21. Cincinnati 6-0, UCF 3-3. Number 10, Michigan State over Indiana, 20-15. Michigan State 7-0. Indiana 2-4. Number 12 Oklahoma State over number 25 Texas 32-24. Oklahoma State 6-0 Texas 4-3. Auburn over number 17 Arkansas 38-23. Auburn 5-2 Arkansas 4-3. LSU over number 20 Florida 49-42. LSU 4-3 Florida 4-3. Number 21 Texas A&M over Missouri 35-14. A&M 5-2 Missouri 3-4. Minnesota over Nebraska 30-23. Minnesota 4-2. Nebraska 3-5. Northwestern over Rutgers 21-7. Northwestern 3-3 and Rutgers 3-4. UConn over Yale 21-15. UConn 1-7. Yale 2-3. Tulsa over South Florida 32-31. Tulsa 3-4. South Florida 1-5. Buffalo over Ohio 27-26. Buffalo 3-4. Ohio 1-6. Virginia over Duke 48-0. Virginia 5-2. Duke 3-4. Ball State over Eastern Michigan 38-31. Ball State 4-3. Eastern Michigan 4-3. Miami of Ohio over Akron 34-21. Miami of Ohio 3-4. Akron 2-5. Troy over Texas State 31-28. Troy 4-3. Texas State 2-4. Number 1 Georgia over number 11 Kentucky 30-13. Georgia 7-0. Kentucky 6-1. Purdue upsets number 2 Iowa 24-7. Purdue 4-2. Iowa 6-1. Western Kentucky over Old Dominion 43-20. Western Kentucky 2-4. Old Dominion 1-6. UAB over Southern Miss 34-0. UAB 5-2. Southern Miss 1-6. North Carolina over Miami 45-42. UNC 4-3. Miami 2-4. Pitt over Virginia Tech 28-7. Pitt 5-1. Virginia Tech 3-3. Central Michigan over Toledo 26-23 in overtime. Central 4-3. Toledo 3-4. Northern Illinois over Bowling Green 34-26. Northern Illinois 5-2. Bowling Green 2-5. Western Michigan over Kent State 64-31. Western 5-2. Kent 3-4. Colorado over Arizona 34-0. Colorado 2-4. Arizona 0-6. Fresno over Wyoming 17-0. Fresno 5-2. Wyoming 4-2. Baylor over number 19 BYU 38-24. Baylor 6-1. BYU 5-2. South Carolina over Vanderbilt 21-20. South Carolina 4-3. Vandy 2-5. Texas Tech over Kansas 41-14. Texas Tech 5-2. Kansas 1-5. UTSA over Rice 45-0. UTSA 7-0. Rice 2-4. Number 5 Alabama over Mississippi State 49-9. Bama 6-1. Mississippi State 3-3. Yale Monroe over Liberty 31-28. Yale Monroe 3-3. Liberty 5-2. Colorado State over New Mexico 36-7. Colorado State 3-3. New Mexico 2-5. Utah State over UNLV 28-24. Utah State 4-2. UNLV 0-6. Number 4 Oklahoma over TCU 52-31. Oklahoma 7-0. TCU 3-3. Number 13 Ole Miss over Tennessee 31-26. Ole Miss 5-1. Tennessee 4-3. Number 22 NC State over Boston College 33-7. NC State 5-1. BC 4-2. Iowa State over Kansas State 33-20. Iowa State 4-2. Kansas State 3-3. Washington State over Stanford 34-31. Wazoo 4-3. Stanford 3-4. Wisconsin over Army 20-14. Wisconsin 3-3. Army 4-2. UCLA over Washington 24-17. UCLA 5-2. Washington 2-4. UTEP over La Tech 19-3. UTEP 6-1. La Tech 2-4. Air Force over Boise State 24-17. Air Force 6-1. BSU 3-4. Utah over number 18 Arizona State 35-21. Utah 4-2. Arizona State 5-2. And Nevada over Hawaii 34-17. Nevada 5-1. Hawaii 3-4. So there you have it for the college football Week 7 slate. Now we'll move on to the NHL. We will recap the games from the weekend, and we will look ahead to tonight's games. We'll begin with Friday night. Devils over the Blackhawks 4-3 in overtime on a game winner by Jack Hughes. Devils 1-0-0, Chicago 0-1-1. Canucks over the Flyers 5-4 in a shootout. The Canucks 1-0-1, Philly 0-0-1. Wild over the Ducks 2-1. The Wild 1-0-0, Ducks 1-1-0. Saturday, Sabres over the Coyotes 2-1 in a shootout. Sabres 2-0-0, Arizona 0-1-1. Panthers over the Islanders 5-1. The Panthers 2-0-0, Islanders 0-2-0. Rangers over the Canadiens 3-1. Rangers 1-1-1. Montreal 0-3-0. Bruins over the Stars 3-1. The Bruins 1-0-0. Stars 1-1-0. Maple Leafs over the Senators 3-1. The Leafs 2-1-0. Ottawa 1-1-0. Red Wings over the Canucks 3-1. Red Wings 1-0-1. Vancouver 1-1-1. Penguins over the Blackhawks 5-2. The Penguins 2-0-1. Chicago 0-2-1. Lightning over the Capitals 2-1 in overtime on a game winner by Steven Stamkos. Tampa 2-1-0. Washington 0-1-0. 1-0-1. Blue Jackets over the Kraken 2-1 in OT on a game winner by Patrick Laine. Columbus 2-0-0. Seattle 1-1-1. Hurricanes over the Predators 3-2. The Hurricanes 2-0-0. Preds 0-2-0. Blues over the Avalanche 5-3. The Blues 1-0-0. Colorado 1-1-0. Oilers over the Flames 5-2. The Oilers 2-0-0. Calgary 1-0-1. Sharks over the Jets 4-3. The Sharks 1-0-0. Winnipeg 0-2-0. And the Wild over the Kings 3-2. The Wild 2-0-0 and LA 1-1-0. And then yesterday, the Senators over the Stars 3-2. The Sens 2-1-0. Dallas 1-2-0. All right, 4 games tonight, 7 o'clock, NHL Network. The Rangers and the Maple Leafs from Toronto. Maple Leafs minus 194, Rangers plus 162, over under 6. Overs minus 114, unders minus 106. Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 164. Toronto minus 1.5 is plus 136. Here I'm going to take the over. I don't feel super about it, but I just think this is a higher scoring game than people think. So I can see this being 4-3 either way. The Kraken and the Flyers. The Flyers minus 142. The Kraken plus 120. Over under 6. Overs minus 112. Unders minus 108. Kraken plus 1.5 is minus 210. Flyers minus 1.5 is plus 172. I'm going to go with the Flyers in regulation at plus 110. I don't feel great about it, but I just think this game ends in regulation for the home team. Ducks Flames. The Flames minus 184. The Ducks plus 154 over under 5.5. Minus 110 each way. Ducks plus 1.5 is minus 162. Flames minus 1.5 is plus 134. Tough one here. I think the Flames are overvalued here at home on the money line and in regulation. I'm going to take the under 5.5 minus 110. And then at 10 o'clock, you have the Blues and the Coyotes. The Blues minus 180. The Coyotes plus 152. Over under 5.5. Overs -114. Unders -106. Blues -1F is +146. Coyotes +1F is -178. I'm going to take the over simply because I don't trust the Coyotes and Nets. So I'm going to go over 5.5 at -114. Now I'm going to recap the WNBA finals from the weekend. We'll start with Friday night. The Sky over to Mercury 86-50 to take a 2-1 series lead. Clea Cooper, 22 points. Brittany Griner, 16 points. And on Sunday, Sky over to Mercury 80-74 to clinch the WNBA championship, as they win the series in 4 and pull off the nice upset. Allie Quigley, 26 points. And Brittany Griner, 28 points. And the finals MVP was going to have been to Clea Cooper, as she was the best player in the series. So congratulations to her, and congratulations to this guy on their first WNBA championship in franchise history. So that is awesome for them. And the irony is that I don't think anybody had the Sky winning a WNBA championship that didn't take long after Elena Deladon left. So, again, congrats to the Sky. You had Cooper, Allie Quigley, and then Candace Parker came home, and she delivered on her promise. So, yeah, the regular season was underwhelming, but that doesn't matter. They came out and had a hot playoff run and won the championship. So, good for the Sky. Great, great, great to see. All right, now I'm going to go over to Major League Soccer from the weekend. I apologize for not looking ahead to the slate from the weekend on the show on Friday. But we're going to have games on Wednesday, so we'll talk about them on Wednesday's podcast for sure. So Saturday, Club Football Montreal, Philadelphia 2-2 draw. LAFC over San Jose 3-1. Columbus over Miami 4-0. New England and Chicago 2-2 draw. DC United and Nashville 0-0 draw. Orlando over Cincinnati 1-0. Atlanta over Toronto 2-0. Houston over Seattle 2-1. Minnesota over Austin 1-0. Salt Lake over Colorado 3-1. LA Galaxy over Portland 2-1. And then Sunday, 2 games. NY Red Bulls over NYCFC 1-0. And Vancouver over Kansas City 2-1. So there you have it for the MLS action from the weekend. Now I will go over the results from the CJ Championship in golf, which was an interesting tournament, to say the least. And your winner of the CJ Championship with a score of 25 under, Rory McIlroy. Coming in second with 24 under, Colin Morikawa. Tied for third with 22 under, Keith Mitchell and Ricky Fowler. Tied for fifth with 21 under, Aaron Weiss, Adam Scott, Taylor Gooch, and Sam Burns. Tied for ninth with 20 under, Cam Smith, Gary Woodland, Henry Higgs, Sungjae Im, and Robert Streb. Tied for 14th with 19 under, Abraham Ancer, Webb Simpson, Jonathan Vegas, and Chris Kirk. Tied for 18th with 18 under, Justin Thomas, Emiliano Grillo, Tyrell Hatton, Ian Poulter, Jordan Spieth, Xander Schauffele, and Victor Hovland. Tied for 25th with 17 under, Mackenzie Hughes, Paul Casey, Carlos Ortiz, Kangoo Lee, Evan Van Rooyen, Sergio Garcia, and Ryan Henley. Tied for 32nd with 16 under, Hudson Swafford, Taylor Hogue, Sung-Hoo Kang, Seung-Hun Kim, Keegan Bradley, and Harold Varner III. Tied for 38th with 15 under, Maverick McNeely, Mark Leishman, Scotty Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood, Matt Jones, Luis Olson, and Brooks Koepka. Tied for 45th with 14 under, Tony Finau, Joaquin Niemann, Lucas Glover, and Dustin Johnson. Tied for 49th with 13 under, Kevin Streelman, Joo Hyung Kim, Stuart Sink, Sebastian Munoz, Kevin Na. Tied for 54th with 12 under, Shane Lowry, Jason Kokrak, and Kevin Kisner. Tied for 57th with 11 under, Justin Rose and Min Kyu Kim. Tied for 59th with 10 under, Cam Triangle, Hideki Matsuyama, Byung-Hun An, and Alex Loren. 63rd with 9 under, Rasmus Højgaard. Tied for 64th with 8 under. Now I'm just going to go through notables. Jason Day, Patton Kizzire, Cam Davis. Tied for 68th with 7 under, Patrick Reed. And Harry English withdrew from the competition. All right, so now we will go over the NASCAR race results from the weekend. We will start with the Xfinity results. And your winner of this race, John Hunter Nemechek. Second, Daniel Hemrick. Third, Noah Gragson. Fourth, Justin Allgaier. Fifth, Austin Cindric. Sixth, AJ Allmendinger. Seventh, Justin Haley. Eighth, Harrison Burton. Ninth, Michael Annett. 10th, Brandon Jones. The rest, Jeb Burton, Riley Herbst, Sam Meyer, Ryan Sieg, Kez Gralla, Brett Moffitt, Bailey Curry, Tommy Joe Martins, Josh Williams, Austin Hill, Matt Snyder, Ryan Vargas, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Alex Labb, Kyle Weatherman, Joe Graf Jr., Mason Massey, Spencer Boyd, Jeremy Clements, Joey Gase, Jesse Little, Matt Mills, Brendan Brown, David Starr, CJ McLaughlin, Landon Castle, Tanner Bavery Hill, Dylan Lupton, Jade Buford, and JJ Yelly. All right, and now the Cup Series results from Texas. And your winner, Kyle Larson. Second, William Byron. Third, Chris Bell. Fourth, Brad Keselowski. Fifth, Kevin Harvick. Sixth, Ryan LeBlaney. Seventh, Chase Elliott. Eighth, Kyle Busch. Ninth, Tyler Riddick. 10th, Daniel Suarez. The rest, Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones, Matt DiBenedetto, Austin Dillon, Chase Briscoe, Kurt Busch, Michael McDowell, Eric Almirola, Cole Custer, Corey LaJoie, Chris Buescher, BJ McLeod, David Starr, Garrett Smithley, Martin Truex Jr., I believe that was my pick, Josh Bilicki, Tim Hill, Ross Chasen, Anthony Alfredo, Joey Logano, Quinn Houff, Bubba Wallace, Alec Bowman, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Newman, Ryan Preece, Justin Haley, Cody Ware, and Joey Gase. So there you have it for the NASCAR results from the weekend. Now I'm going to do my NBA center rankings for the season, which begins tomorrow. I believe there's 80 on the list, if I'm not mistaken. And it is indeed 80. So I'm going to count down from 80 to 1. And without further ado, here we go. Number 80, Omer, you're 7, Heat. 79, Isaiah Hartenstein, Clippers. 78, Nathan Knight, Timberwolves. 77, Moses Brown, Mavs. 76, Drew Eubanks, Spurs. 75, Day'Ron Sharp, Nets. 75 was Day'Ron Sharp. 74, Naz Reid, Timberwolves. 73, Alperen Sengun, Rockets. 72, Kai Jones, Hornets. 71, Tariq Black, Nuggets. 70, Ken Burke, Raptors. 69, Taco Fall, Cavs. 68, Udoka Azubuike, Jazz. 67, Willie Hernan-Gomez, Pelicans. 66, Boban Marjanovic, Mavericks. 65, Vernon Carey Jr., Hornets. 64, Mfiondu Kabengele, Bulls. 63, Killian Tilly, Grizzlies. 62, Isaiah Roby, Thunder. 61, Alex Len, Kings. 60, Bol Nuggets. 59, Tony Bradley, Bulls. 58, Harry Giles, Clippers. 57, Goga Bitadze, Pacers. 56, Taj Gibson, Knicks. 55, Dwight Powell, Mavericks. 54, Mike Muscala, Thunder. 53, Jordan Bell, Warriors. 42, Robin Lopez, Magic. 51, Isaiah Stewart, Pistons. 50, Xavier Tillman, Grizzlies. 49, Zach Collins, Spurs. 48, Mo Bamba, Magic. 47, Cody Zeller, Trailblazers. 46, Enes Kanter, Celtics. 45, Nerlens Noel, Knicks. 44, Gorgie Dang, Hawks. 43, Kelly Olynyk, Pistons. 42, Thaniel Tease, Rockets. 41, Kevin Looney, Warriors. 40, Jackson Hayes, Pelicans. 39, Onyeka Okongwu, Hawks. 38, Robert Williams, Celtics. 37, Nick Claxton, Nets. 36, Prentice Achiuwa, Raptors. 35, Bobby Portis, Bucks. 34, Derek Favors, Thunder. 33, Dwayne Dedmon, Heat. 32, Dwight Howard, Lakers. 31, Tristan Thompson, Kings. 30, Mason Plumlee, Hornets. 29, LaMarcus Aldridge, Nets. 28, Al Horford, Celtics. 27, DeAndre Jordan, Lakers. 26, Andre Drummond, 76ers. 25, Hassan Whiteside, Jazz. 24, Ivica Zubac, Clippers. 23, Wendell Carter Jr., Magic. 22, Chris Boucher, Raptors. 21, Jakob Poeltl, Spurs. 20, Montrezl Harrell, Wizards. 19, Yusuf Nurkic, Trailblazers. 18, Daniel Gafford, Wizards. 17, Rashawn Holmes, Kings. 16, Thomas Bryant, Wizards. 15, Mitchell Robinson, Knicks. 14, James Wiseman, Warriors. 13, Jared Allen, Cavs. 12, Steven Adams, Grizzlies. 11, Brook Lopez, Bucks. 10, Miles Turner, Pacers. 9, Clint Capella, Hawks. 8, Jonas Valanciunas, Pelicans. 7, Nikola Vucevic, Bulls. 6, Karl Anthony Towns, Timberwolves. 5, Rudy Gobert, Jazz. 4, Bam Adebayo, Heat. 3, Nikola Jokic, Nuggets. 2, Anthony Davis, Lakers. And number 1, Joel Embiid, Philadelphia 76ers. To me, Embiid gets the top spot, and if he wasn't hurt often last year, he would have won the MVP over Nikola Jokic, who I have on number 3 on my list. The reason why he's not number 2 is that Anthony Davis is projected to start at center, so that's why Anthony Davis is number 2 over Nikola Jokic. Bam is just a monster. He gets better every year. Gobert is just a defensive mega presence. Karl Anthony Towns can't be in the top 5 because he's only been on one playoff team in his career, and he gets hurt often. Vucevic is a great offensive player, but he doesn't play a lick of defense. Jonas Valanciunas, same thing. Clint Capella, solid player, solid rebounder. And Miles Turner, rounds out the top 10, as he really had a nice season last year. Even though the truth of the reality is that Indiana seems like is dying to trade the guy. Okay, now I'm going to do my NHL Power Rankings as we head into week 2 of the season. So 32 teams, and without further ado, here we go. 32 is the Arizona Coyotes. 2 games, 0-1-1 so far, with 1 point. 31, the San Jose Sharks. 1 game, 1 win so far, 2 points. 30, the Anaheim Ducks. 1-1-0, 2 points. We're going to go more in depth with the power rankings on another show. It's just a lot going on. I apologize, guys. In advance. 29, the LA Kings. 1-1-0, 2 points. 28, the Detroit Red Wings. 1-0-1 with 3 points. Number 27, the Chicago Blackhawks. 0-2-1 with a point. 26, the Buffalo Sabres. 2-0-0 with 4 points. Who would have thought? 25, the Ottawa Senators. 2-1-0, 4 points. Number 24, the Montreal Canadiens. 0-3-0, 0 points. Number 23, the Winnipeg Jets. 0-2-0, 0 points. Number 22, the Nashville Predators. 0-2-0, 0 points. 21, the Seattle Kraken. 1-1-1, 3 points. Number 20, the Columbus Blue Jackets. 2-0-0, 4 points. Number 19, the Dallas Stars. 1-2 with 2 points. Number 18, the New Jersey Devils. 1 game, 1 win, 2 points. 17, the Philadelphia Flyers. 1 game, 0-1 with 1 point. Number 16, the Vancouver Canucks. 3 games, 1-1-1 with 3 points. Number 15, the Boston Bruins. 1 game, 1 win, 2 points. Number 14, the New York Rangers. 1-1-1 with 3 points. Number 13, the Calgary Flames. 0-1-0, 0 points. Number 12, the Washington Capitals. 1-0-1, 3 points in 2 games. Number 11, the St. Louis Blues. 1 game, 1 win, 2 points. Number 10, the New York Islanders. 0-2-0, 0 points. 9, the Vegas Golden Knights. 1-1-0, 2 points. Number 8, the Colorado Avalanche. 2 games, 1-1, 2 points. Number 7, the Toronto Maple Leafs. 2-1-0, 4 points, 3 games. Number 6, the Pittsburgh Penguins. 2-0-1, 5 points, 3 games. Number 5, the Edmonton Oilers. 2-0-0, 4 points, 2 games. Number 4, the Minnesota Wild. 2-0-0, 4 points, 2 games. Number 3, the Tampa Bay Lightning. 2-0, 4 points in 3 games. Number 2, the Florida Panthers. 2-0, 4 points, 2 games. And number 1, the Carolina Hurricanes. 2-0-0, 4 points in 2 games. All right, so there you have it for the first set of power rankings for the season in the NHL. Now I'm going to do my latest news and notes from the weekend. Sad news coming down right now. Former Secretary of State Colin Powell has passed away due to complications from COVID-19 at the age of 84. So thoughts and prayers to Powell's family and Powell, as well as everybody who he worked with in the White House. That's just unfortunate news to start this morning. A scary scene in Pittsburgh last night as Seahawks defensive end Darrell Taylor was stretched off the field in Pittsburgh after a scary hit. And it turns out that he was okay, as he's alert and has all of his extremities and his CT scans were clear. So that's really promising to hear about Darrell Taylor. Dak Prescott strained his calf on the last play of the game, as he'll be evaluated today. Baker Mayfield to have an MRI on his shoulder, as he admits he feels like shit after re-injuring the torn labrum against the Cardinals. Kareem Hunt was carted off due to a calf injury. Joe Thuney played with a broken hand last week against the Bills and is expected to and did play again. And the Jaguars win against the Dolphins. Dolphins had some bad luck with some injuries. Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. 2 running backs hitting the injury reserve. Christian McCaffrey due to a hamstring injury, and Chris Carson due to a neck issue. And Russell Wilson to injury reserve due to the finger injury. He's eligible to come back Week 10 against the Packers. Richard Sherman to miss a couple of weeks with a hamstring injury. Major League Baseball to give housing to minor leaguers, as it will be a requirement. So that is pretty neat for the minor leaguers, in my opinion. And I think COVID had a lot to do with this as well. So I really like that baseball did it. Mattress Mac, the notoriously known gambler from Houston, has $36 million riding on the Astros, as it's one of his biggest futures bets in history. The Washington professional football team retired the late Sean Taylor's jersey at halftime yesterday. But that was nice to see. Cliff Kingsbury missed the Cardinals' win at the Browns because he tested positive for COVID. And they also pulled off a trade the Cardinals had. They acquired Zach Ertz from the Philadelphia Eagles for Tay Gowan and a 2022 fifth-round pick. Some NBA stuff. 2 extensions. Mikal Bridges, 4 years, $90. So that's a big deal for him. And 4 years, $50 for Wendell Carter of the Magic. The Warriors waived Avery Bradley, so we'll see if anybody picks him up. Allen Iverson had a message for Ben Simmons. Follow God's plan and execute, little bro, he goes. The newest AP poll in college football. Number 1 is still Georgia. Number 2, Cincinnati. 3, Oklahoma. 4, Alabama. 5, Ohio State. 6, Michigan. 7, Penn State. 8, Oklahoma State. 9, Michigan State. 10, Oregon. 11, Iowa. 12, Ole Miss. 13, Notre Dame. 14, Coastal Carolina. 15, Kentucky. 16, Wake Forest. 17, Texas A&M. 18, NC State. 19, Auburn. 20, Baylor. 21, SMU. 22, San Diego State. 23, Pitt. 24, UTSA. And 25, Purdue. So there you have it for this week's AP poll. The biggest college football story of the weekend, Ed Orgeron leaving LSU, as the school and Orgeron are parting ways after the season, and reports surfaced that he lost the team. Players don't want to play for him, and he apparently didn't want to coach for them. After Ole Miss's win over Tennessee, the Tennessee fans threw debris on the field as the game got delayed for it. And Lane Kiffin, in a hilarious response back here, as he sent a Seinfeld gift after Tennessee fans threw golf balls and other objects onto the field. There will be advisors to help Mark Davis, as there's a small group of advisors to assist Davis in the head coach search and to decide whether Mike Mayock stays. Lance McCullers out for the ALCS against the Red Sox. I did not expect that. I thought he'd be back. And that's why I took the Astros. But I still feel okay about that Astros pick. And Luis Garcia left Game 2 of the ALCS due to injury. The NCAA to review test standards as the task force recommends that D1 and D2 initial academic eligibility standards no longer use standardized test scores. So that's interesting for sure. And last piece of news coming down is that Mark Davis condemns the emails as the Raiders owner spoke out against John Gruden's offensive emails. Not what we stand for, as Mark Davis says. And I feel bad because this is still going to be a distraction. They still went out and won the football game yesterday. All right. Last but not least, my best bet of the day, brought to you by FanDuel. So, today's best bet, I like You know what? I'm going to go with the Astros tonight in Game 3 at Fenway. Going to lay a unit on the Astros. Even money against the Red Sox. As my best bet of the day. All right, so that's it for today's show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping the baseball, the football, the hockey, looking ahead to tomorrow and opening night of the WNBA. And later tonight, I'll be back with the big NBA predictions show. I hope you guys have a great day, everybody.